Hey yo, shout out to Bankteller. I just got home and someone sent me this audio from Telegram of BT just ripping the Furio team. I don't know what went on. I don't know what's going on. This is just a lazy content. You know Nakamoto. Let's review it together. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get right onto it. Now, BT is the developer of Elephant.Money. Shout out to him. He's pretty much the only developer in DeFi that is subscribed to Nakamoto Crypto. Yes, Bankteller, I see you through my subscribers list. Tony, my man, shout out to you. Elephant.Money, let's go. Now, BT, he went off at the Furio team. It almost seems coordinated, bro. I made a Furio video like 3 or 4 days ago, because some stuff was going on. Go watch it, and then the next day, again, whatever I was talking about, it happened, and I had nothing to do with it. That's why I stay neutral, because I'm on nobody's team or none of that. The moment you grouped up into somewhere, things like this happen, and then look at the heat you gotta take. That's why I always say stop writing out for any of these protocols, because things like this happen, bro. It's crazy. And lo and behold, turns out, Furio with DDoS attacked, which is so BitConnect. That's we haven't heard of that stuff since BitConnect. Remember when Texas hit BitConnect with a cease and desist letter? January of 2018. The next day, we got DDoS attack. That's what happened to Furio. I don't know if it's amateurish or they did it, but Bankteller is pissed off. Maybe the guy who sent me this, Max, shout out to you, from Telegram, he said, hey, this, I think Bankteller was invested into Furio, or he's not happy with how they changing the game every time he tried to pull money out or something like. Let's just listen to it together.
I've never implemented sell limits on any freaking token, so you can just stop.
No.
That's what we're talking about.
There was no vote on it, right?
What?
The implementation of it, there was no vote for it.
Whether it was the reactor or whether it was the HBAR, those features were implemented under duress after exploits, specifically exploits. And also, the reactor was exploited. The reactor was supposed to be a positive. People bitch about the reactor. The reactor runs at the code. The reactor was a liquidity management subsystem. That liquidity management subsystem runs at the heart of many bankroll projects. Runs at the heart of Elephant.Money. So the reactor just had a whitelist issue, in the sense that that liquidity management system was public. In bankroll, when I released the reactor, that system was public. So you instead of trading your tokens, you could trade your tokens. You could exchange your tokens directly on the reactor. The attacker attacked the reactor. There was no economic gain. There was no economic gain from the attacker using the reactor. What the person did was, he said, oh, this isn't whitelisted, I can call this myself. And so what he did was, he looped a bunch of trades to suck all of.
Yo, I like this because, everybody enjoyed that back and forth Forex Shark head with BT, right? Right after the elephant exploit, they having back and forth, and things would come to the light. Things would get exposed. Bankteller, apparently, he still doesn't know who hit him, but it's obvious. Everybody have allegedly suspect who does it. It's them boys, them North Korean boys that do. You know who they are, bro. They exploit every other contract and inject the funds back into their contract. You know how they move. So yeah.
The liquidity out of basically the pancake swap equivalent of like LP, out of the LP, and push it into the reactor. So we never even lost any money. We never even lost any money with the reactor exploit. But the problem was, he moved all the liquidity from basically a two-sided LP to a single-sided LP in the reactor. And so all of that liquidity had to drip back. That's one of the reasons why even to this day, people are earning income on bankroll. Nobody talks about that shit. No, like people still making money on bankroll.
Mad Dog reminds us every time that he makes 300 a week off of it. So we know about it. We know it's still paying out.
So like, look, I'm not gonna be on the fucking. I'm not gonna be on the like, especially when I'm dropping knowledge. I'm not gonna be on fucking defensive. Don't come at me just talking bullshit. I'm trying to explain to you why where we are today and with this particular project.
BT gangster. Bro. When I'm dropping knowledge, especially when I'm dropping knowledge, shut up, bro. Yeah.
There are issues, and that's what we're talking about. I'm not gonna be. Don't come to me. Question me about the fucking reactor when we have fucking Elephant.Money. No, stop.
You're coming on the ethical
when we have
side.
Elephant.Money running, making crazy money, we're about to get rich. Don't come to me talking about the reactor just to fucking win an argument. I'm fucking dropping knowledge and trying to help people to get to the next level.
No one's fighting with you.
You're not the fucking Sam Bankman-Fried out here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Go.
Like, no. Like we are trying to go to the next level, and we need to call out bullshit when we see it.
Let's go, BT. That's the energy I like. The science. Bankteller is one of the best DeFi devs, bro. A few months ago, I used to go hard at him because it's just getting mad at Bankteller, bro. Because when I studied Drip and all these other contracts, and I realized that everything comes from Bankteller. All these other developers steal from him. They either steal his code or they replicate whatever work he had in the background and they turn it into their protocol and all this. Everybody's pulling from this Bankteller developer. So I wanted to understand the character who was BT. Turns out he's one of the best devs in DeFi, but he just kept fumbling the ball with Flow, Bankroll, Flow, and all these other contracts that he created and invented before. There's always some issues later on, but then it turns out, it works. But then by that time, once people leave, it's over, bro. Some people are talking about I'm still getting paid from Flow and Bankroll. Flow is still paying me. But come on, if nobody's there, like how much money are you really making with Flow and Bankroll Flow? Elephant.Money is the play here for the future. And the other protocols that are in DeFi that have stronger communities pretty much. So yeah, man, BT definitely one of the best devs in DeFi, hands down. Yeah.
Period. I'm done.
Cool, because you already called it out once, and then I come in, you're calling it out again, and then the third time somebody else tells me you're calling it out again. So that means you're using it for your own fucking benefit. If you already called it out once and people heard it, they heard it. So why are you going to yell at me for defending it?
We've been talking about the SBF shit. We've been talking about the SBF shit all fucking week and last week. And you know what? If we're gonna be talking about the Furio shit for this week, so be it. If you don't fucking change it back. Just fucking change it back and the conversation could be over. How about that?
Yeah, or I could just talk about it with you every time we talk about it.
The difference?
Yeah, Furio does have this problem. I like Furio, man. Their team is good. They're good. But the problem is, like, they keep changing a lot of stuff. And I think that's what Bankteller is, alluding to. Like, he doesn't like the fact that they automatically change stuff. Like when people try to withdraw money, it's always an issue with something. With Furio is always trying to keep the money in there. Like they trying to pass it in as, trying to protect the smaller investors from the whales, which is good. That's innovative if it does that, because Drip's biggest problem, what it is whales who have too many wallets, too many maxed out wallets, and nobody's eating but them. But if Furio is trying to protect the smaller investors, that is a good thing. But if you hear BT, what he's saying is that long-term, the long-term effect of that is just not good, bro. It's just gonna discourage people. Gonna be like, yo, if I'm making compounding this much, and then I wake up one day trying to pull some funds out, and you telling me X, Y, and Z, that's not a good look for a smart contract. People are gonna get discouraged rather than coming into the game.
So here, look, I'll explain this once. The difference between us and all that bullshit that you see on fucking on YouTube and Twitter and fucking television talking about this fucking little nerd boy who took everybody's money. The difference between us and them is that we can actually say what's right and wrong and actually fucking fix it on a dime. So you either with me or you're not.
That's what it did with Elephant. Hey, shout out to BT. the fact that he stayed back and he did the thing, but I don't know. People accuse him of doing. Some people said Bankteller, he did it, his contract, but I don't think the way Elephant.Money was going was taking over the game, and then all of a sudden an exploit happened, and somebody was telling me that BT didn't even know his contract was getting exploited. Like, he was on somebody else's Telegram group and they were telling him, yo, BT, your stuff is getting hit up by now. So I don't think he would have done it, but I think somebody else that did this. But yeah, Elephant came back, and congrats to them, and hopefully one day they will repeg to $1 and then I'll ape in, because I don't have Elephant.Money yet. But yeah, definitely, man. And there's news coming out that BT is creating his own farm, which are trustless yield, he's an innovator, man. I like when a dev is building stuff in the background, staying here long term. This is what we want to see. We don't want scammers. We sick of freaking scammers and exploits and DDoS attacks and all this kind of rubbish, man. This is what's discouraging people from getting into DeFi. It's too many issues, bro. Every time people have something they can hold on to, you wake up one day and the bridge burns. That had nothing to do with our negative energy or none of that crap, man. It's these developers promising us these high APYs and all this stuff, and they can't keep up with it, period. Every time the platform is about to die, you have all of these little small signals, and it just never gets to work out. This is why I call it passive don't come. People say passive income all the time. I said, no, this is DeFi passive don't come, because it's hopium, the same hopium that these altcoin shills, the Nakamoto cryptos and them, that be feeding you, is the same thing DeFi is telling you, but plus the daily ROI things that they can't really keep up with, and it always winds up like this, unfortunately.
Fix this shit or not. But I would damn sure I'll be silenced when I fucking built this side of the industry.
Yeah, I'm not trying to silence you. I'm just trying not to be silenced.
Y'all need to fix it.
They switch it back. Doesn't that hurt the ecosystem more right now? Or no? Explain that to me. If they switch it back to 250 and they're not having the outside revenue coming in yet, even though it's coming in the near future, weeks away, wouldn't that still cripple them further than to not switch it off and put it back?
No. And do you know why?
Tell me.
I'm one of the largest whales in this space, and I was ready to open up a whole bunch of fucking Furio wallets.
Great news.
And
let me take you up with my wallet, man. Let's go.
And you know what? I decided not to when they started fucking with my money. So the first blow, I was like, these fees are kind of like insane, but okay.
Yo, this must be deep personal, because I never seen Bankteller out of character like this. We've seen Forex out of character, but BT was always calm, still, even with the Elephant.Money hit up and stuff. He's back and forth with Forex. You can watch that. It's uploaded on YouTube or whatever. But he was always calm. But today, I don't know. I don't know what triggered him.
We'll give it a try.
You guys, let me know in the comment section below what triggered Bankteller to attack Furio. Do they have his money or something? I don't know.
It's not so bad. It kind of scales down. The more you claim, it scales down. That's fine. There are more elegant ways to solve that problem, but you know what? That's fine. Then I'm compounding for months and months, and I get to 21,000. And then I'm like, okay, I got a nice bag to sell. I'm gonna sell this. And I'm like, oh, I get an error. I'm like, what? And I'm like, it's like, oh, you've exceeded the limit. Okay, I've exceeded the limit. And then I keep trying to scale down the number I'm trying to sell. And then I had to freaking go into sweatshop and be like, yo, guys, what's the limit for Furio has limits on selling. How much of this shit can I actually sell a day?
Yeah, now we getting to the nitty-gritty, guys. That's it. Hey, BT said it. He joined Furio, compounded for months and months, got to 21,000 FUR tokens or something, tried to pull his money out, only to be told, oh no, error 404. You exceeded the limit of how much you can pull or whatever. But
oh, it's 250.
Yeah, there you have it.
250. Then I do the math on that. yo, this is fucking. What is this fucking? What's this commie shit? Like, oh, now, no matter how much I invest in this platform, I'm capped on how much I can earn. That sucks.
Commie shit.
Like, what the fuck is this?
If you were going to start extra wallets anyway, then you wouldn't be selling all of Furio to begin with.
You know what? There are like.
Shouldn't be like that though. Like, why not just take your money out and out? You won fair and square. You stayed loyal to the protocol for 8 months, 6 months. You compounded. You didn't pull out not even once. You're ready to pull your funds out. Whatever, you maxed out your account. They say, oh well, you have two options: either do this one or full max. If you do this one, we charge you this much, and that to help the protocol live and help the protocols survive. It shouldn't be like that, bro. For me, when you compounding every day, that's helping the protocol. You did that for 6 months already. Now you're ready to pull your funds out. You got to help the protocol survive again. Like, come on, bro. That's the taxes are helping the protocol live, bro. It's common sense. Some people talk like this, like, oh well, firm max is gonna help you do this, and all of these options. Like, it's common sense, bro. The taxes are supposed to make this sustainable, right? Why must you give them half of your funds and put it back in and do all these kinds of mechanics in the background when you're ready to max out? When you max out, just max out, bro. For me, it seems like they're just holding your funds in hostage. But yeah, maybe it's just me. I don't know. What do I know?
Like, if you look at Stampede, there are ways that you can solve the problem without even having to create multiple wallets. Like, multiple wallets is like 2020.
Yeah.
So, again,
and you quoted gold earlier, and that's been here before us. So I mean, yeah, there's new shit, there's old shit.
Okay,
it's all out there, right?
Yeah, Stampede was out there before Furio, though.
Absolutely, absolutely, it was.
Anyway, I'm not trying to go tit for tat. This is literally just talking about something that's easy to fix, and the ethics around why you should. So.
Right.
So, like, I mean, and I don't need, and you know what? We don't need to do this again. Somebody just asked me a question, and like, we can just whatever. Like, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not, because I don't have time to waste like that. So, but yeah. Anyway, like this is a fucking look. Don't people come here. They want to hear what I have to say, and they ask me a question about it. You got your time. We talked about it. Hopefully, you went back to the team. By the way, so like,
I did.
We just don't need to do this again. You know how I feel about it. That's not going to change.
Okay, I didn't bring it up again. You did. I brought up a comment.
Somebody asked me a
question.
Somebody asked me a question, and I gave him an answer. But I don't have to go again, and I don't want to. Like, I don't have a problem with you. Okay.
I don't either, man. I wasn't picking on you.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with Furio. I just have a problem with, like, y'all need to get a handle on how you deal with the stress of operating these fucking platforms in this environment. And I'm telling you, if you keep, like, micro rug pulling, micro hostage farming people.
Facts. Let's go, BT. Micro rug pulling or micro hostage farm. Hostage farm, animal farm, you all know, but I'm not in the animal farm, so yeah, I'm invested into drip, and it was for a challenge, but you've seen how that goes. But yeah, I'm not in the animal farm, but yeah, maybe I'll ape into BT farm. Hey, Bankteller, if that farm works, you protect it from them North Korean boys, yeah, I might ape in. You never know. But yeah, man, it's
not going to end well.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
I know. And I've heard people tell you all the same things before. It is what it is. You get that the shit happens.
Except
you have to make decisions sometimes.
Except if you actually look into the specifics, I haven't.
I didn't say that you did. I didn't say you did. I said people bring it up. I didn't say you did it. I said they bring it up.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, and the farms are the exact opposite of everything out there. And it's what exactly DeFi should be. So that's coming very soon.
I hear you. We're
Yeah, that'll be dope, man. If BT comes out with that farm, trustless yields, whatever he's trying to do in the background, boom. It can happen. It might be some longevity, but yeah, whatever. as long as it works and people are making money with it, no complaints, no exploits, no none of that bookie dev stuff that goes in the background, that's fine.
We're on the same.
No, not if you had all these hostage farms things. You got the cell shaming built into the the Furio finance too.
Nope.
All right, good.
separate platform.
All right. I'll be looking forward to
BT.
Damn,
That's why I love you, BT.
I'm just saying.
Shit's fucking funny.
It's funny, yo. Here's what's even funnier. All this other shit out there, this whole industry out here, and we're the only ones making money. It's crazy.
Right? That is crazy.
Them and the traders.
It's the same fucking 3 or 4 projects, and all we have to do is fucking fight with each other because nobody else is here right now.
Us and the traders are making money.
Yeah, that's it's a fact, but here's the distaste. What Bankteller said is true. The people who are in Elephant.Money and all these other DeFi protocols, they're making money, but it's not. I don't want to say universal appeal, mainstream appeal. It's not yet because of all the rubbish that is going on in the background, bro. Especially for the past 9 months, exploit after exploit. This protocol got hit up. None of these could survive. Like most of it is down that much. So if mainstream people come in here, the first thing they look at is price. That's why I laugh when the Drip Network people say, well, token price don't matter. I'm like, dude, if a new investor come in, the first thing they do is go to CoinMarketCap and look up the Drip token. And they look at the chart, they're like, nah, bro, this is Ponzi. I'm out. And it just discourages people, you know? And with altcoins, it's understandable. People understand that it's a bear market and, you know, this is probably going to come back up and the cycle continues. Altcoins, they follow cycles. And they don't promise you these high APYs. But if something promises you these high APYs, it's scarier now. The risk tolerance goes from 0 to 100. That's why when people look at a chart from a protocol that promises you 0.5%, 1%, 2.5%, whatever, if they look at the price and it looks shaky, they're gonna get scared from aping in. And if they research the developer and his background is always creating platforms that fail and all this other stuff, it becomes harder and harder. I think that's the problem Bankteller is facing, bro. People are just too scared to ape back into Elephant.Money and that. But once he regains people's trust, Elephant.Money could take over the whole DeFi game, 100%.
So guys, I just want to jump in here. I've been listening to you, and BT, you know, I am from a country where a little bit of money is thousands of US. I hold up my money at thousands US. And I remember when I lose in a something there, in an elephant because I exploit. You come on the chat and you blame, say we should have sell out and we should have been more responsible as newbies and we shouldn't sell. And even you asked Denzel that earlier, if you not sell, yes. But some of we don't know it. Some of we, when we see prices are go down, we sell, right? All we are doing is think about sell. So if we see the price drop down, if there's no sell limit, everybody are gonna sell. So right now, if that is the best thing for the product, let them do it. Yes, it might not be the perfect decision, but don't come as if, you know, everybody crypto can make logical decisions. Some of we are newbie, some of we know nothing. And when we see price go down, we are going to sell. And that destroy projects more than sometimes on local control can make until the decisions can be right.
Yeah, facts. It's just the formal factor the man said in Patois, but yeah, it's formal. But when people see price go down, they just panic sell. It's natural. That's why I hate when whales manipulate these protocols, man. They create the mess and then, you know, watch the people drop the thing so they can either manipulate the price and buy back in, or they can dump the price before, and you know, and people just regular people just gonna look up and say, hey man, I'm losing, I'm trying to sell and I'm getting out, and that's just a fact.
So that's all me I say. Me listen to you know, and BT, you're right, you have a lot of brilliance, but you know what, even with your farms and everything we have to make money, we're still scared to come invest with you because guess what? The truth is, me want to make money, but Furio make me more money than the elephant and the trunk.
That's not what we're talking about. Like, what we're fundamentally talking about is in public free markets, your vote, your purest vote, is whether you buy or sell.
Yeah, just a deciding factor thing, man. Yeah, Furio, of course, short term is gonna make you some money, but longevity, long term, you're gonna want to look into a program like Elephant.Money that can, get you out of the bear market. Me, if I decide to get into any of these protocols, Elephant.Money farming, that it'll probably be to gather enough money in there, ape it back into your altcoin winners. That probably would be my strategy. I'm not gonna sit here and say long-term passive income for this and sit there for this to pay you daily, when there's always that risk factor in the back of our heads now. Exploits, the dirty games they play with each other. Furio was doing well until recently other people decided to DDoS, attack it, and it just leaves a distaste in everybody's, it discourages people. That's all it is, man. I don't have problems with any of these protocols. Furio's making money, we all make money with it. And that goes for Elephant and all these other protocols. But I don't like, I mentioned this before, I don't like exploits and the little guys always losing. People had their hopes up and everything, and now the developers have to run around trying to fix this stuff because somebody else attacked. It's like we're in DeFi, but we don't want each other to shine. There's only a few projects here, and they're all fighting with each other. Like, come on, but all this quarreling and stuff, miss me with that stuff. Forget about it, and everybody should get to the bag. But we all know that's not how the world works. There's always gonna be some dumb, people going back and forth and all this other stuff, like unnecessary, unproductive. Nobody's making money in the end. Daily passive income only for a couple of weeks, couple months, and then boom, rug everybody. And but hey, it's DeFi. I'm kind of numb to it now. I ain't leaving though. I'm not gonna get discouraged and say, hey man, I'm leaving and I'm not covering any DeFi. DeFi is DeFi. This is Nakamoto crypto, bro. We don't quit. We ain't going nowhere. I'm just watching to see how this plays out. If it makes us money, fine. If it doesn't, we'll head back into our altcoins. That's my long-term plays, in my opinion, bro, because at least there you'll be staring at your money, even though you're not making any money daily. But hey, it is what it is. This was just a short one. If you want the full video, just go to there's many Telegram groups that posted it and everything, so you can go check them out there. And yeah, man, like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.